I love finance boards so much. Right. Who else wants to go? Okay, Zane. Anyone else?
When is it?
This will be the 4th through the 10th.
What day of the week?
That's actually
November.
wrong.
It's wrong?
It's the 8th, 9th, 10th weekend.
Okay.
The 4th is technically. That's like their.
That's like their.
So the shows are 8, 9, 10.
I'm gonna represent my people at the Union City Council.
Oh. All right.
Bias on here.
It's not. It's really,
All right.
I'll try and go with Carly and Zane.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, come see me for
True NBC. For this one, I think whoever will be assigned to them, just have a touch point with them. I'm not like general body. This is sort of like a general body meeting for them. If you want to go.
Well,
we don't have
what day?
Yeah, there's nothing on the thing, so you have to reach out.
Location, right?
Yeah, there's no day or location on top of the what's it called. It's also in the Tri-Walls kitchen, so.
I've been in contact with President, so you can put me down.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I'll try and go.
You can't go to conferences, so you know that's no one.
The thing is also for Chuman. This is sarcastic.
No, I'm just like really scared because like kids like they like someone like and I'm like they go
Is that 2S so see this name?
it makes me anxious because like someone can
SOS?
yeah sure
Okay, wonderful.
I like to go to I'll go to Jesus.
Okay. Alright, and then the other national conference you can't go to. Okay.
I haven't been to church for so long.
Okay, that would be.
Wait, are we just going now? We're just supposed to go to there. He's gonna assign us like
GRAY.
Yeah, these aren't just reflective of.
like a reaction.
Right.
Do you know how to do stuff?
I'll go on.
That y'all are.
I never reminded him for November. That's just too much now, man. I'm gonna forget.
Do you know how to use Google Calendar? Okay, yeah. So
That's
just go on Google Calendar and then find some time.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the calendars so that I can look at them and be like, I'll be here. I'm not
For
sitting that
the
way after work
22nd one, yeah, for real. I'll try and go to part of that at least.
Daniel, what can you go to the conferences?
Okay, are you going to SACE?
No, I thought it was like a rule or something.
Oh,
No,
are you
it's
talking
just
about
it's so
meeting
far.
events?
No, I'm confused.
Where is
This
it?
is conference right there, and then I heard you say we don't go to conferences.
No, it's because unless, are you in SACE? Otherwise, it's a bit
Ones that
different.
want funding for student works. These are conferences that find sports funding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're shipping them
Yeah.
out.
So
so-
I think he just meant say specifically, like, that
Like-
none of us are planning on going.
Oh, he
Unless
was
you're
saying
planning on
that
going.
Oh, okay.
It's
I thought it was
difficult to
I
get
thought you were
comments
saying
on.
like it was like a written.
No.
That we
You
don't.
can go whatever conference you want.
Okay.
It's just that I don't think any of you guys are going to SACE or SWE. So I'm going to say NA for that one. Okay.
Just like check in on it for funding.
Right, okay.
Wow.
There we go.
You're trying to
I guess you're going.
All right, so there we go. This is the event sheet. Joshua has graciously accepted on updating this, so and then we're gonna figure out how to put this into Google Calendar as well. Great.
Where is this file on there? There used to be.
That's the point.
It's right here.
Somebody else used to.
Cool.
That's no.
Finance board.
Thank
Yep.
you. Cool. It was just like talk that happened outside of this. That's why. And
Okay.
Are we doing?
So there, from my calculations, there was like 82 organizations that made the bulk of requests last year. So these are the big ones, and I think 16 was a good amount of us for us to hit in the first semester. So each one of you guys is getting 16. So they're divided by group, and then I will also send you whenever you're assigned to. I'll send you a list of the organizations you'll need to talk to. But yeah. So academic groups, advocacy. Who wants this one? You're getting one. You know, it's your choice.
Hold on. Do we have like a list of like what groups are within the group, or is it just?
Yeah. That's right there.
They label themselves weird sometimes.
No, I did the labeling for them.
Oh.
All right.
Is
So
that
there you
consistent
go.
with what their mission statements?
I was gonna say, isn't that how they're labeled under like as a student organization? Like,
Yeah.
this is-
Yeah, but
I'll do.
I feel like he did
Go
not
back,
do
go
it that way.
I did not. I made my own thing.
That was my
Danny,
I was
Yeah.
correct.
I'll do the last. You said how many?
Okay, so I already grouped them. So advocacy and academic groups are together to make 16. Cultural is by itself because there's 18 of them.
Can I do the last four?
Now you would do this.
That's what he's asking.
That's what
You want to do this?
Yeah, sure.
Why do you have magazine as a group?
Bartleby.
Me,
Oh, yeah.
This one?
I'll take 6 through 8 or
How is
7, 8.
professional different from academic?
Yeah, it is, there's a difference.
And academic, I mean like the student councils and stuff like
Those are like the
that.
honor society.
And then yeah, honor
They're
society.
usually by like theater council of majors.
Yeah.
And professional, sometimes more like bio engineers specifically.
Face, sweet,
Yeah.
you know, etc. Yeah. So,
Like ROTC falls under professional technically.
yeah. All right, you
Those
got
are courses,
professional.
so I don't know what else is under them. They're not mine.
Who's left?
I'll do that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Cultural. Cecilia? Ooh, why does not send me? I hate you.
I was here.
Okay, and that leaves me. Okay.
4 theater organizations. I thought there were only 3.
Do you want to would you rather do
Musical
that?
Theater Club,
And-
AF Theater Company, and Theater
This is
Company.
why I hate
Musical
musicians.
theater, oh, that's exactly what.
AF theater.
So academics like
Those are
filter by
four.
theater.
Can't just
It
Google
doesn't really
Sheets.
matter.
Yes,
but
sir.
it's
How
just
do I
you
not?
can
Control F.
no, click the square between A and 1.
Between A and what?
Yeah, highlight from the sheet.
Okay.
Now, yeah, and then data,
Data.
filter views,
Filter views.
or create a new filter. There you go.
Yeah.
Go to the C.
Yes, either way,
column.
the way that they're
Go down
all
more.
like between the range.
Nope, go down there. Sort A to Z.
No,
No, just type in theater into the box.
And
Ah, there it is. Nope, you spelled it wrong.
Did I?
Well, then,
you took them out.
no, it's that.
No, it says
Might be.
Hey Daniel,
What's up?
since cultural is
I don't know.
like one
Why don't you
that
just
we
do
use
Control F
more
here?
frequently, can I pair with Cecina as
Control F.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, my sling is
It's
literally
so
orgs.
alphabetically.
It's 18 orgs.
I know, but
Yeah.
they request a lot. They request more often.
Okay.
They see more often.
I don't like that these aren't right
What do
by how
what do
they're
we
registered.
Always like,
No, no, just
I
control
work so hard on
Dang,
this.
control F. Just control F. Theater.
1. Dog collar comedy. Is that the other
Why
one?
is that? Why did I put that as
Wait,
theater?
what am I saying?
the other one. They're impartial.
It's
That's
a show.
theater. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, Daniel. You could have followed how they're listed by their constitution.
Fight
I'm just saying.
Musical theater.
We have a color coded list of them. That I worked very hard on.
Theater council.
Disregard it. It's fine.
Color coded things.
I'm gonna ring behind you.
I used to do performances, but it's technically academic organization. So I used to put them with theaters, like.
I would assume.
I want the opposite.
But
You want
usually-
Daniel,
Yeah.
what do we do with these groups of orgs that we have just
You meet with them.
How?
Alright? And you just go like, what are you requesting this year? Make sure you don't do anything ridiculous.
Do y'all want to be treasure trained? Question mark before you do that? Because I think that's a great idea.
I think that's what I'm pushing for like a year, so I say let's do it.
So we go to them and tell them
I
to
think
start.
that's what they're actually speaking and be like, we're going to do treasure training, meeting, boom, bada bing, bada bing.
Yeah, but no, so
By all
what?
means, end of the agenda.
End of the
Or,
agenda. Okay.
Oh,
or the finance board.
Alright, you got it, Carl.
Oh, I'm sports.
yeah, but that would be too reasonable, Tori. I'm not doing this.
Bring your snacks next week.
Oh,
guys.
look, it's already done.
Oh,
It's beautifully color coded.
Oh!
okay.
Oh,
My coordinator, it's president email, treasurer email, advisor email.
I don't know
I
how
think
you
you- I
guys
think you
did,
should
but I
send
don't know
that.
how we coordinated, so I love it.
Should send that.
Alright, so what you guys are going to do when you meet these organizations, okay, is just to make sure, one of the big things is that you are their resource person for the finance board, okay? You are their contact person. If they have any other questions, you're their go-to person, okay? And if you don't know what's going on, send them to Carly, send them to Zane, send them to me.
Yep.
But what we want is that, I was telling Tanya, is it's like, it's every single organization, so a lot of my friends are leaders on student organizations now, so they oftentimes come to me and ask me questions. every student organization should have the ability to do that with some type of person. So when I've done this, is I've made it a lot easier. I know it's a bit intimidating for student organizations to come up to random people and go like, oh, look over this thing that may break or make my student organization. So I've made it easy. All right, you're going to go to them and you're going to say hello. You're going to make yourselves known, and furthermore, you're going to go through and just like get an understanding of what the organization is about. Okay, it's just like for you guys to develop yourselves. It's like how you guys communicate with people in a professional setting. And another thing is that report back on what they're going to be requesting. All right, I'd like to have an idea of what's going on. If they could like loop you in, it's just like, okay, yeah, no, CSA is thinking of holding 3 events this year. 2 of them happened before, and this is what we're thinking for a third, etc. So that we can have a bit more concrete of an idea of what's going to be occurring in the coming months. And yeah, that's like what I would like from you guys. However, you guys are free to interpret the role in however way that you like. One thing that I will be asking you to do though is that at the end of the meeting, we'll probably have a report back. If you can like handle 1 or 2 a week and simply report back on what you guys managed to do this week, etc., that would be great with me. Yeah, Tanya.
In the note of when they have questions about planning and the requests, because they will, things that do not go to Carly or things that should be simple, like quick questions based on like your own personal experience. The communication folder does still exist with documents that have commonly asked questions. That could be a resource, just saying. It will be more worked on to be thorough, but it still exists.
Where is this again?
It's from the finance board folder, and then it's still in summer planning. I'll move it, but like it's the communications folder that's in there.
So I think I'll actually begin enforcing this next week. I know like this week, I prefer like you guys send the emails over the weekend, get everything scheduled, and then do it through the week. Having it halfway through the week is a bit odd. It's a bit odd. So we'll begin doing this next week.
My emails will not be sent before Monday because I have a conference this weekend.
That's perfectly fine. Now they're like, Tanya, where are the emails? All right.
Where they be? I don't know.
Wait, so we're talking about like events coming up and stuff, but who's going to the CSA Mid-Autumn Festival next weekend? Who's going to the CSC event Friday?
Oh, it's this Friday?
Yes, this Friday.
Shoot, we gotta update that then.
That's what I'm saying. So that's Friday from like 5 to 9 on the terrace. I didn't know that I'll be good. Okay, I can go. Okay, but figure out who will that.
Not bus.
Those are the 2 most recent upcoming things.
Slash BSU. Oh, I don't know. There we go. BACCHANL. Someone double check on you. Bacchanal, is that right?
That's right.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, that's right.
Date? Now we would have an idea on top of that. We can look at
On the 21st, this is Saturday, Friday 11th. I don't know what day it is.
Okay. And time?
It's at 5 p.m. to 9 on the terrace.
So 4 hours.
4 hours.
Oh, we should also put location on it too.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Right.
At a college.
Yeah, because if you want this to feed into something.
Yeah.
Zeta Sigma Chi is Iraq.
Yeah. Candace, could you like
Physical
Google
leaders.
text magic and make
Wait,
it
I thought
a
they
calendar?
said UC.
UC, you're right.
Oh,
Oh,
welcome.
UC.
That's
oh.
not where we like.
Okay. Musical theater is in.
It's a fine arts or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Shu MBC is in
Common
Commons.
Or no, that's for the later. Why are there 2 things in?
Because there's 2 weeks.
Okay, I got you.
SACE is in Minneapolis.
No. Swee's in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Space is in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're planning to go there.
This one's in. The ideas.
I saw
It's
this.
in the lecture hall, I think.
Lecture hall.
I don't
It's not in their usual space. I thought that was also UC now.
Actually, since the organization too will do this at the end of the meeting, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Where the heck did we can close some of this?
We're not.
No.
Oh,
No,
no,
God,
no.
The organization's in there, my bad.
That was keeping up with the regular
Okay.
stuff we're supposed to be on
You
top
gotta
of.
take over.
Yeah, completely separate.
Okay. Welcome to Finance Board. 8 o'clock, right on time. So we're going to start with a round of introductions, starting from the person who will be asking the questions.
Me.
Carly.
Hi, I'm Carly. I'm the SGA trader. I usually work for now. So it's about to introduce yourselves.
My name's Howard Nicholson. I use Season Programs, and I'm the treasurer for Gospel Park.
I'm Yasmin. I'm the president.
Hi, Scott Buchanan, Finance Board Representative.
Canal Finance Board Representative.
I'm Tori Gisley. I am an advisor and coordinator for student organizations. She heard. I'm Christina, Finance Board Representative. She heard.
Hi, my name's Tanya. I'm the Vice Chair for Finance Board, and I use she, her pronouns.
Hello, I'm Joshua. Hello, I'm Joshua, first year ambassador, he, him pronouns.
Candace Martinez Stone, Assistant Director for Leadership and Governance, also SGA Advisor, she, her pronouns.
Hello, I'm Daniel. I'm the current chair of the Finance Board, he, him pronouns.
Hi, I'm Zane. I'm the Vice President of Student Organizations.
Right. So your organization should have received a list of questions beforehand. Okay, just to confirm. So we're just going to run through those. Carly, to you.
Great. Tell us a little bit about what your organization does on a regular basis.
So we are the UBC Gospel Choir. On a weekly basis, we have practices in the Performing Arts and Community Building at 9:30. Before that, every other Wednesday, we have Bible study from 9 to 9:30.
And what's the purpose of this is it like a concert?
Yeah, so during the fall we usually have 2 concerts. We have our main concert on December 1st, and so this is kind of like a back to school introductory concert that we have every fall.
And I'm ready to wrong questions. That's why. So who are the contractors that you picked to come in and why?
So 2 are from other institutions in the Baltimore area. So we have Stevenson University and then a group from Coppin State. Another one of the performers is a former UBC student, and then the last is a local Baltimore performer. So we all chose them because they have the idea of building community amongst campuses and then having that local Baltimore connection.
Are there any costs? If so, what are the costs that your organization is taking on personally for not requesting from Finance Board?
If any, it would be more so the refreshments for the performers, for backstage intermissions, things of that nature.
Great. Has your organization pursued alternate funding sources?
We have that.
Do you plan on doing any fundraising?
Potentially, yes, we'll do fundraising the week before the engagement. Other than that.
Are you collaborating with any other organizations for this event?
Not in terms of the performance itself, but in terms of advertisements, things of that nature.
Okay, cool.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one time? I'm also taking minutes of the meeting.
We are not collaborating in the sense of organizing the event, but in terms of advertisements and disseminating the flyer for the event, yes, we are.
Okay, thank you. Can you just kind of break down our timeline of the event and how it goes?
So we have sound check at 4:45, 4:45 to about 5:30, which then the concert starts at 6 and goes until 8 p.m. There's 2 halves. The first half will go from 6 to about 6:45, 6:50. There will be a short intermission, and then the second session will start promptly after that and go until 8
p.m. How did you get the estimate that about 50 UBC students would be in attendance, but like 100 total?
Based upon previous semesters, previous years that they've done this, and we've increased the number of UBC performers, and so we're hoping that as a result of that, the numbers will also be at the approximate mark.
And how will you be advertising this one?
So we have a flyer that we're sending out through email and through social media.
Okay, great. How many people from the gospel choir are going to be performing?
Approximately right now we have 40.
And how do you like pick those people, I guess? Or is it like
No, it's whoever is a part of the organization at the time and who is available to perform.
Okay. No, I just
What does the transition between performers look like since you're having multiple contract
It's a queuing system, you could say. So, middle of one person's performance, you go and line up, and then you go on. There will be some transition time set for transitioning because we have different people playing different instruments and things of that nature.
Okay, cool. It looks like the contractor performers will use approximately 70-75 minutes. How long is the gospel choir performing for?
So gospel choir is only performing, we're performing the first 15 to 20 minutes. The remainder of the time is going to be spent given to UMBC students who don't have formal contracts, but will be performing that day.
Okay. And is that the first half of the event, and you're saying in the second?
Well, no, they're dispersed throughout.
Oh, okay.
But I was told that if they're not being paid, as UMBC students, they don't get paid, so they don't need a formal contract.
Right.
So,
okay. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think that's all the questions I have.
All right, so we'll open it up to find support for questions for you. Are there any questions for the organization? So, I have one question now. So it states 50 out of 100 people in attendance will be UBC students. Does this include the gospel choir or not?
Tentatively, no. We are hoping that that number comes from our friends or friends and other organizations that we are associated with. That's part of the reason why we're trying to send out the flyer to all these different organizations to get their numbers as well.
All right. Shoot. What else was there?
So I think sending the flyer to like other organizations is great. Is there any way that like you would reach people that are not necessarily within like the email system or have followed you on social media or are in those organizations?
At this point, no.
Okay.
Is there any other questions for the organization? Okay. Sorry, Josh, you do one thing for me. Is could you open up the documentation for the gospel choir and then look at the contracts and their amounts? So you go to the left, I believe. Yeah. Or if you know it off the top of your head, how much is being paid to each contractor? Okay. Can you tell me how much Stevenson will be receiving?
100.
100. Okay. Confidence State?
60.
60. Baltimore Performer?
550.
550. And then former UMBC student?
60.
60. Okay. My question for you, is it customary for, let's just say someone in UMBC's gospel choir were to attend at the university, is it customary for the university to pay them?
We usually get an honorarium whenever we go. Yeah.
Okay.
12 to 770.
160. I have a calculator, so I don't know how to say that. Main symptoms. What's up? Are there any other questions for the organization? If not, we'll move to discussion. Carly, you have the last thing?
I don't think so. I think I was just thinking about the contracts. I actually really like how you guys are getting local performers also from UBC. That's really cool. Are you just moving to the discussion now?
Yep. Or do you have something you'd like to say?
Yeah. In general, how do you feel that like this event has contributed to like your club's presence on campus and just like the campus community in general?
So I think over the years it has changed, and part of the reason why we are trying to have a larger involvement of all the different organizations is because it hasn't, through this event alone, it hasn't been that great on the campus. We get a lot more people from outside coming in, a lot of family and friends. So we're trying to increase the number of people from the UMBC campus. What we find is a lot more people come to our end of the semester engagement, and so we're trying to increase the involvement for this concert. Cool, thanks.
A suggestion is you can go to Common Vision and get a marketing package to advertise to students. We like to have events advertised to all undergraduate students rather than like friends of the club or friends of our club. So
that's a note for the future. We encourage this for every single event that's occurring on campus. Are there any other comments, concerns, or questions for the organization? If not, we'll be moving into a period of discussion. You guys are allowed to stay during this period of discussion. However, conversation will be limited to finance board members. Okay? Would anyone like to begin the discussion? Kanaz did his thing. Susina. Yeah, I know. Okay, Zen's got this.
I mean, in terms of like fees, are all like typical common or fees that we pay to have these sort of events happen on campus. I really like what they said when they were reaching out to other like similar oriented organizations to increase attendance, and they sent through their social media and flyer as well. But yeah, I think it's the basic fees that we pay for, and then also I really liked how Carly mentioned, or the group mentioned also that local performers, and also from like Stevenson and Compton, which I think is a really nice kind of community building as well. So yeah, we should fully fund all the items.
Any other comments?
I have a comment. I think it would be smart to break out each of the contracts.
That would be better to do that.
Yeah, so that there's no question about who's being paid why.
What that's you have the legislation? Yeah, okay. You got the legislation, so
yeah, that's what I need to know. Well, I just need to know,
yeah.
like, is a breakdown.
It's in the documentation, but it's not on here.
Yeah,
Oh, I see. Okay.
The documentation, it's
hard
very
to
difficult
read.
to look at, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I was gonna ask, I was gonna go through it, but ask it lots of them. All right. My only concern with this one was that payment from other universities coming here. You know, they said it's customary, so I don't see too much of an issue with that. Yeah. Are there any motions on the floor? Scott.
Comment before.
Okay.
I concur with Zane, but I think we should try to get clubs to advertise more, especially if we're getting them thousands of dollars. I want everybody to know about it.
Yep.
So
certainly. I think.
Yeah. I think that is a very good point to bring up, and I think that that's going to go along with like some of the programming that we're going to be doing for SOS and PCSO stuff, and just in terms of that, because I know we can't like force people to advertise, because that's like another like basic thing that the finance board will always fund in terms of.
So to address that, Scott, you guys are going to be working with these organizations. It's going to be on you guys. So if an organization comes here and they don't have an advertising package, I'm going to look at you. I'll be like, so Scott, where's the marketing package? But yeah, this for the organization next time though, of course, have a marketing package. We very strongly encourage us. We cannot emphasize that enough. Other than that, it's on you know.
Clarification question, and this is still related to advertising, and we're just focusing on that so much to like know that it is really like open to all of UMBC undergrads, so it's not like a pressure thing or anything. Do you guys have like a My UMBC page or anything? If you post that as an event on there, that should also like just it'll show up as an on the events tab on My UMBC. So really recommend that to you know, just put your event out there.
Yeah. So. Are there any other comments, discussion points?
I remember what I was
Okay.
going to say.
Go for it.
I like that they're like performing for a little bit, but they're dedicating the majority of the time to like UMBC students, and I really like what they're doing, and I like want to fund it.
Okay. All right.
Move to approve.
All right. All right. There's a motion to approve a gospel choir for the amount of $1,860.50. All those for. Please raise your hand. Okay.
Can you repeat that number?
$1,860.50.
Thank you.
All right. 7 for. All those against. 0. All those abstaining. 0. All right. Gospel choir, you've been funded for the amount of $1,860.50. So Carly will be speaking with you as you guys step out. It's going to be about next steps. Also, if you guys have any comments or issues that you've had with this finance board meeting or the process of getting to here, please tell Carly, and she'll definitely relay to us so that we can prevent this from everybody if you have any issues from her.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
So I've been talking with Brit Spears, and I believe that, so we were talking and I was asking her if they update, because a lot of the contract is mostly cost for UBC facilities. And so she said that as she gets information, she's changing the contract. And so I was under the assumption, based on what she said, that you guys would get a revised version every time she updated the contract.
Okay.
And so I do not think that this amount is the current amount that she gave us.
Sorry, give us a sec. We're gonna have to go through the administrative stuff for this. Candace will be looking at that. So what do you mean by contracts? Do you mean like
So not contracts, but just the total amount. So the contract amount is
770 is
set,
right.
yes.
Okay, 770 is good.
But it's the idea of
housekeeping.
like audio
all the
visual that
other
might
stuff.
increase.
Okay.
Housekeeping that might also increase.
Right.
And so it was every time she found out more information,
Okay.
she updated the form.
Okay.
And every time I asked her, you know, should I send a new form? And I think SGA has access to the form.
Okay.
And so they should have seen that.
Okay. Give Candace a second. She'll dig through the base camp to see what we can find. We're gonna have to retract legislation then, aren't we?
If it's different.
Yeah, if it's different, like a revised legislation. We can revise it, it's not too much of an issue.
Should reconsider
Yeah.
the request right
Yeah.
now instead of posting it. And then if there's a secondary motion, reconsider.
What does she mean by like?
Alright, the most recent,
This is from the 11th.
if
is
the
what you
fees
found.
aren't exactly correct with like how much the room reservation is.
Yeah, a lot of it is more so our technical, the audiovisual technical support that we require. So when we first started, she didn't know the exact amounts, and so there have been various iterations of how much housekeeping will cost, how much setup, and how much audiovisual cost.
And so this was based off the first, like one of the first event plan forms that you filled out, or one of those first set of costs that she came up with?
Yeah, this was based on what I emailed you guys at that point. That was the cost.
It's
But I believe it has changed.
$19.20 is the total for
It's the difference is the $60 for the extra tech. Yeah, it's a difference of $60.
From where?
So it's you're having another tech hour for sound check. Yeah, everything else is the same. So it's a difference of $60.
So it's 4 times for audiovisual?
Well, no. So audio visual is still $350.
Okay.
It's about the it's for staffing.
Okay. It's a separate line item.
Yeah, it would be separate.
Okay, so you said it'll be 120,
The
1920.
1920.
0.60, 0.50.
Yeah, 0.50. That's the only difference I see.
Alright.
Yeah.
19,
Do you want me to read off one and then check? I can't like.
Yeah, no,
read this in here.
it's the $60.
Yeah,
it was
I'm
one
looking at it.
1860.
So we're gonna have to do that. Is there a motion to reconsider?
Motion to reconsider.
All right.
Second.
All right. All this. We need a majority, right?
Yeah, I think you have
Yeah.
to vote to reconsider, and then
Yeah.
once the vote, like if it's a majority vote to reconsider, then there's like a short discussion about like whatever,
Yeah.
and then we move to approve it again.
Okay. All right. All those for reconsideration, please raise your hand. 7 for, 0 against. All right. We'll have a small discussion now. Why we need to reconsider? We need to reconsider as Brisbane has. We now have additional information requiring an extra $60 for a tech staff member. All right. And
This is like a standard cost we fund anyway, so we're obviously just talking about
Yeah.
request.
How does this go with our precedent of having proper documentation submitted on time?
Mistake on the university's side, not the organization. We'll punish them for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move
It's
to
community.
approve for the new amount.
$1,920.50. Oh, someone move to approve.
I just-
Oh, you did? Okay. Sorry, Scott. You said what was the new amount? Like, all right, I'll read it off to you. All right, all those for the amount of $1,920.50, please raise your hand. All right, 7, 0 against, 0 abstaining.
Can you repeat
Now-
that one more time?
$1,920.50.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, same spiel again. Kyle will talk to you, next steps, etc., etc.
Thank you.
Thank you. Joshua, might have to go down.
Chosen expression of compensation.
Pardon me?
Chosen expression
Yes.
of compensation.
8:30 is mock trial. We got 10 minutes. Okay, open up the event sheet.
That's awesome.
Wait,
No, one more. One more. There we go. Event sheet. We got to update the new stuff.
So here's
Do we have contact information for the?
Welcome back.
You're sitting up there. It doesn't make sense. Really? So Tori's all documentation right now, but she said there was a slight issue.
All the documentation, I'm sorry.
The mock files, okay?
I mean, I don't know how far away, like, you know how we're mileage wise, like, we have all the registrations, but not all of them travel and all of them else.
Yeah.
So I just don't know how far away they actually are.
Yeah.
So I can look it up and like you do.
That'd be great. Okay, the Philadelphia one might be, that's that. Alright, you guys are scheduled to play 30, so we're gonna take some time to
Do we?
So.
yeah, turn it off. We're at 9-minute recess.
For the fourth time.
9-minute recess.
Hey, this is the first one that's 9 minutes.